First of all, this right here. There is a link down below or in the description section if you are on the gaming portion, which I highly suggest everybody be on. In the details section, two sisters are being raped as punishment, it's a punishment for their brother eloping with a married woman. And it just doesn't make any kind of goddamn sense. A 23-year-old and a 15-year-old sister are going to be raped because their brother eloped with a married woman. I don't get this kind of logic at all. It's an Amnesty International thing. You can sign a petition. The petition is linked down below. I highly suggest you go and you sign it because this is just fucking ridiculous. Is all get out. So I highly suggest you go down there and you take a look at that and sign it. And if you do sign it, let me know in the chat that you signed it. That would be really awesome. And yes, Fifi, it's in India. So there's that.
Godless engineer, a conscious pioneer, a logic general, a reason brigadier. More bullshit from the pulpit. Meet me in the comment section and you get schooled, bitch. The Godless engineer.
Here's a stupid comment. Something really stupid that was said today. This is on Twitter, of course. Atheism chat said, quote of the day from author Dan Arl, is atheism a default position? Is it justifiable to say a child is born an atheist? Why? No lag, nobody likes you. And then Dirty Bong comes back with, the default position would depend on where you are. In the US, I'd say Christians are the default as they are the biggest group. That's pretty stupid, in my opinion, to say that because you're born in the US, your default position is that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be there, pancakes. But it's really stupid to say that the default position is Christianity or say that you're a Christian by default. Because I really, in the past I've thought that your default position would be atheist because you like a belief. But I don't know. I think that you'd have to be at some kind of level of consciousness or level or ability to answer a question. To actually say, hey, I don't believe in a God, to actually state that. So I guess you're in kind of an indeterminate state until you're old enough to state that. But let's see, there's that comment. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I put up a video about Joshua Feuerstein today, which always gets a lot of different views and a lot of comments. And these are some really good comments that appeared on it. Of course, we have Hector, a resident awesome guy that's normally on the stream here. He says, John, you knew I would chime in here. That's a 4.5 millimeter 1.177 cal CO2 powered semi-automatic Umarex BB pistol. It fires at about 400 feet per second. That is, number one, that velocity is really, really low considering the number or how fast, like even a 22 fires. Which I'm sure that we could actually look that up real quick. Let's see. How fast does a bullet travel? 1,400 to 1,800 feet per second. So yeah, about 1,000 feet per second more than this guy. It makes a much louder sound too, and so Josh wasn't doing anything by letting his son shoot a little BB gun, at least in my opinion, and probably most others. But let's see. Next comment. Let's see. Carol, Alyssa. Good family values, meaning I will teach my kids to use a gun, where bad family values is letting your child pick which toy she wants. Yeah, I'll follow that logic from now on. Yeah, I'm sure. I seriously don't understand him thinking that it's good logic to say, hey, it's better to let your son play with, this BB gun that is really supposed to be for kids much older than him rather than a mermaid doll. That just, wow. Hold on.
Are you drinking like that because of the...
Huh?
Are you drinking like that because of the comment?
Yeah.
Because I think you're...
No, because of the Josh's thing.
Read the comment.
I know, good family values, meaning I would teach my kids. Yeah, I'll follow that logic from now on. It's sarcastic.
Oh, okay. So you're... Okay.
I know it's sarcastic.
I thought you were misreading your comment.
No. But yeah, Carol makes a good point here. Definitely everybody follow that logic from now on. Let's see. HHO info. Those kids look like they just want to say, just kill me. Josh really doesn't need to put his kids in his videos, just saying. I mean, I've got a couple videos with Xander in them. And I mean, of course, I cleared them with the wife first, but I mean, they were like him talking about the flying spaghetti monster and all this other kind of stuff. Jason McMeathead. Joshua Feuerstein is a walking fallacy. Accurate. There's never enough booze to understand Josh. Yeah. There really isn't enough. I mean, you can only really drink yourself into a coma, but what does that really accomplish? And then another thing on a little bit lighter note, I have this particular shirt that is running right now on Teespring. That link is also down below. You can go down there and you can look at it. Got evidence. It ships international, so it doesn't matter where you're at in the world, really. Fifi, it's in the description. It's in the description section there, Fifi, or in the details section. Let me. Well, where's? It's in the description of the video wherever you're at. But anyways, Got Evidence. If you want a Got Evidence t-shirt, it's a really simple t-shirt. It just has GE on the back and Got Evidence on the front. And, only one more is needed to print, so they're going to print no matter what. But I'm doing this so that I can get to ApostaCon and stream from it. So just consider getting a t-shirt. Help me get there. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing fine on this Saturday morning. I'm actually starting to get little bit of a hangover after drinking significantly the night before. So, yeah. So I'm gonna have to start drinking more water first thing on the morning on Saturdays. Okay, and the first one up is Red 1676. Do one of these for spirit science. And he's talking about a logical fallacy video. And noted. With the logical fallacies, I generally like to get some real life examples of them. And so once I can find some of those, concerning spirit science woo, I'll definitely put together a video for that. Okay. Lucy Lucy, I'm home. Isn't it about time we just add the Feuerstein fallacy? Everything that pours out of his mouth is unequivocally false. Yes, it is unequivocally false, although the important note to make here is that she's not exactly saying that because he spouts off fallacious shit means that he is he is false. I mean, the stuff he says is false, but it is also fallacious at the same time. Those are kind of two different things. Week-long fallacy. I'll probably be able to make a whole bunch of logical fallacy videos out of Spirit Science Woo. But I know I wanted to bring Lucy's comment up because Seth Andrews on the Thinking Atheist. He actually has a video where he specifies a Feuerstein fallacy of sorts. But I mean, basically, the Feuerstein fallacy would just be internet pastor that spouts off every single fallacy in the book, and people listen to him for some reason. I don't know why they listen to him, but they do. And that's actually going to play into another comment. Okay, so another Josh Feuerstein comment. Oh God, it was allowed to breed. No, Josh Feuerstein was not allowed to breed. I don't think I don't think we require licenses, but if we did require licenses, he would definitely not get a license to breed. Hopefully he wouldn't get a license to breed. But, you know, we're America, so I'm sure that he would get a license. But no, those are his stepkids. That he's talking with and about, and he's calling them his kids or whatnot. You know, my dad, he did the same thing with my stepbrothers and sisters. So, I mean, I understand him doing it, but at the same time, it's just simply, they're not his biological kids, so no, he wasn't able to breed. Kane's on his way to the dentist. That kind of sucks there, Kane. Okay, here's a bit of a critical comment that I've received. Started out picking his logic apart, but then got into maybe a gun fight about whose little girls shoot the most dangerous weapons. How very American. Okay, Ian. I did criticize him for him showing off that he's teaching his daughters how to shoot, and how down here in the South, girls typically shoot a lot harder shit than what he was teaching his daughters to shoot. Or teaching. So, I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, kind of American, but at the same time, I mean, he's sitting there and he's trying to act all high and mighty and shit. So I felt like it was a little important to point out that he's not special. That was the point I was making with that, you know, oh, look, I'm teaching my girls to do it. It's like, okay, so the fuck what? Down here in the South, we teach them to shoot way harder shit than you're teaching your girls how to shoot. And they're all conservative down here. So I don't understand that. I mean, he's not... I would think that any self-respecting, like, actual conservative down here in the South would probably look at his video and be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I saw it brought up last night that he should be arrested for child abuse. I don't know about child abuse necessarily. I mean, I think that, you know, if he's actually going to teach, you know, his kids how to shoot, he should actually teach them how to shoot. Or if he's using the BB gun, as Hector pointed out last night, if he's gonna use the BB gun as a stand-in for an actual gun, then he should first and foremost practice safety. You know, so the safety of wearing headgear or wearing ear gear, you know, earplugs, and wearing glasses and whatnot. Just being like, it should be safety first. It shouldn't be whether or not he can pull the trigger. Anybody can fucking pull a trigger, but not everybody nowadays knows how to properly and safely handle a gun like at a gun range or something like that. You want to educate your kids in that respect, like how to be safe about it, not how to fucking actually shoot the shit first. That's not where you want to go first. It's like, okay, okay, son, look, we're going to teach you how to shoot a gun, but first you got to learn how to be safe around it. That's how that conversation should start out, not, hey, son, let's go out back and shoot shit. That's not how it should be. D-Roy Cruz. This guy called atheists a movement, but other atheists that replied to me deny that it is. Well, okay, I said like an atheist movement in the video. This was my 4 reasons for new tactics video. And I did say an atheistic movement or atheist movement or whatever. But, I mean, what I simply meant was like a secular movement. Because there is a secular movement in the United States, and it doesn't only comprise of atheists. There are religious people out there that are really working hard towards a more secular nation because they see the value in being a secular nation. So that's what I more or less meant, and I guess I would say that I misspoke in this instance. So he goes on to get really ridiculous too. So and he's got a lot longer comment that I think I'm just gonna make a whole video on. Cookie. Nothing says gooberment like forcing a 10-year-old rape victim to risk her life and mental well-being by giving birth to a rape baby. Too bad Huckabee's mother didn't practice her right to an abortion. Let's see. Lucy in the chat right now is asking, Curious John, are gun safety classes required for hunting licenses in Alabama? No, I don't think that they are, although I'm not really a big hunter kind of guy. I mean, I did take some firearm safety courses when I started carrying a weapon. I had a lot of people in my life that were very up on, firearm safety, as well as being good examples of what not to do as far as firearms go. So, but I don't think that they necessarily require them. Cookie, yeah, I can't believe Huckabee would actually force a 10-year-old girl to get to have a rape baby. I mean, that just seems like it's like, oh no, you don't need to go through that. There's no way that there's no justification ever to make a 10-year-old girl actually go through a goddamn pregnancy just because you're so pro-life you want to force that shit on a 10-year-old girl. Huckabee should be embarrassed by himself. I mean, he says that there are 2 fucking victims in the case of abortion with the 10-year-old girl. The girl herself is a victim not because she's been raped and she's been impregnated by her stepfather, but no, because she had an abortion and she'll regret it later. I really don't see, like, even if later on she's like, I kind of, I had that abortion, maybe I shouldn't have had it. It's like, no, you were 10 years old. You were a child. That would have fucked, if it didn't kill you, it would have killed you mentally. So I understand how you feel like that, but no, you do not need to feel like, I mean, something like that is very traumatic on so many different fucking levels, and Huckabee just isn't helping the goddamn situation at all. Time for pancakes. I know I saw you in the chat. Had a seizure. Suing you. This is on my Did Jesus Exist of this week. And in it, I had some like flashing kind of red and blue lights that were police lights almost. I was a little concerned about it, but I kind of figured that anybody that does suffer from seizures induced in that way already have to worry about internet videos doing that already. So I was like, well, I'm not doing it for a long time. They're not really bright. It's not like they're strobe lights or anything. So I felt like it wasn't too bad. Deacon Lynch. All right, next is Bulldog Mommy 2015. This woman is a complete dick waffle. Unless you are replacing your partner with masturbation and withholding sex from them, then this isn't even a problem. This is some pathetic and sad bullshit. This is talking about anti-masturbation. This is another one of my logical fallacy videos where I discuss a woman being all anti-masturbatory. It's pretty sad the way she does, because like the first point that she makes isn't even a point. It's just like, it's a real problem, and that was her basic point. And it's like, okay, it may be a problem for you. I'm sorry that you feel like having a need to masturbate is a problem. Me, I just kind of do it, and I take care of it, and boom, it's done, kind of thing, and then I don't have to worry about it. Ass White 1982. How is it a good family value to teach your child who isn't even able to tie his own shoes to fire a gun of any variety? I'm sorry, but if you aren't old enough to control a fucking pencil, how is it a good idea to be able to control a deadly fucking weapon? Yeah, I have to agree, but only on the point that it should be gun safety and gun like awareness that the kid is being taught on, and not actually how to fire the weapon. Like there's no need for a child to be able to do that. I don't know. I could see possibly a need because I have heard of situations where kids have been at home alone and people have broken in, but those are kind of really rare instances. It's not like there's an epidemic of that going around. So I think that so to everybody that's watching, all 10 of you that are watching right now, what I would say is that if you're pro-gun and pro-Second Amendment, whatever, and you're looking to introduce your kids to guns, the first thing that you should do, which hopefully I'm just reiterating what you already know, but the first thing that you should do is definitely, do the gun safety. Make sure that they know about gun safety first. That's the biggest thing. You have to practice gun safety and have that down, like, to where it's second nature before you even dream about actually picking up a gun and fucking firing it. And that's the biggest, that's just the biggest area that you have to focus on. Hey, B. Alright, last comment before we get to it. I'm particularly proud of this one. This is on the Facebook page. If you're not a part of the Facebook page, I normally post current news articles there mixed with my opinions. Sometimes I make images, not so much now as I have in the past, but anyways, this one is, what verse and chapter cover Ashley Madison profiles? And I say, Revelation 69:69. Yeah, I'm laughing at myself. I think I deserve that.